He's a tough guy. Why doesn't he do that? He knows where to find me. But you know what? Lay your hands off 4-year-old girls that are trying to get educated. Lay your hands off these poor people. They're just trying to live their lives, man. Trying to live their lives, paying their taxes. Been here 10 years. The fear, the horror. The hell is this guy? Come after me, arrest me. Let's just get it over with. Tough guy. You know, I don't give a damn. But I care about my community. I care about this community. The hell are they doing? These guys need to grow up. They need to stop. And we need to push back. And I'm sorry to be so clear, but that kind of bloviating is exhausting. So, Tom, arrest me. Let's go.
Then enter Gavin Newsom, the Democratic governor of California, who always thinks he's 10 steps ahead when he's really tripping over his shoelaces. Trump zeroed in, changed the narrative, and suddenly looked presidential again to people who still actually fall for that trick. And like that, the Democrats handed him a second wind. Doesn't matter how emotional or empathetic they can try to make the case for immigration reform. The national conversation is about immigration in any form. Trump is winning.
And I'm Claudine Wong. Hundreds of protesters remain on the streets of Los Angeles tonight. Just hours earlier, rally shut down part of Highway 101, which runs through the heart of the city. But we begin tonight with KTVU's Zach Sauce, who's live in San Francisco, where what started as an anti-ICE rally turned into a confrontation with police. Zach?
The Democratic Party truly has a gift, and that's snatching defeat straight out of the hands of victory. You know that saying, never interrupt your enemy when they are making a mistake? Yeah, well, someone should hang that in a bold neon letter at DNC headquarters. For the first time since the Democrats got steamrolled in November, it actually looked like Teflon Don, Donald Trump, might finally be losing his magic shield. His tariff policy was falling apart like a wet paper bag. His historic Ukraine-Russia peace deal in shambles, exposed as nothing more than smokes and mirrors. And then came a real plot twist. Elon Musk, yes, Elon, once a darling of the left, lured into MAGA orbit with Twitter fanboyism and tax cuts, has finally woken up. Their split was dramatic, messy, and louder than a Real Housewife reunion. And Musk didn't leave quietly. No, his breakup gift to Trump was a bombshell, exposing that the reason the Epstein list has been mysteriously delayed for so long was because, surprise, Trump's name was in it. Boom, chaos. MAGA went into full-blown meltdown mode. The civil war that everyone joked about has arrived. Far-right talking heads like Candace Owen, Steve Bannon, turned on Musk like he just spray painted Black Lives Matters on their pickup trucks. Lines were being drawn, alliance breaking. It was GOP eating itself alive on live TV. All the Democrat had to do was sit back, grab some popcorn, and let the fire burn. But nope, like clockwork, some fringe advocacy group kicked off violence protests over ICE arrest, burning police cars, smashing windows, even setting Waymo cars on fire like the self-driving robot was personally deporting people.
Well, in addition to spraying graffiti on property near the federal building, protesters were seen vandalizing a San Francisco police car and a Waymo car. Demonstrators in Los Angeles were also seen damaging a Waymo car there. It is unclear right now why those driverless cars have been targeted. And the protests in San Francisco stemming from President Trump's decision to send the National Guard to break up anti-ICE protests in Los Angeles.
And the protests started on Friday, but as Fox's Evan Brown reports tonight, the rallies became more tense and grew significantly bigger this afternoon.
We'll send whatever we need to make sure there's law and order.
National Guard troops were active in Los Angeles Sunday after President Donald Trump signed a memorandum deploying 2,000 guardsmen to address the city's, quote, lawlessness. The president's orders come after clashes broke out Friday evening between federal immigration authorities and protesters who demand an end to the recent immigration raids.
I think the president did exactly what he needed to do. These are federal laws. We have to maintain the rule of law, and that is not what is happening.
On Friday, ICE agents arrested dozens of people, sparking the protests. By Saturday, law enforcement in riot gear needed tear gas and flashbang explosives to dispel crowds. The added manpower has only deterred some from speaking out. A group of protesters were seen shouting at several armed troops in downtown L.A. on Sunday. Critics say the deployment of the National Guard is an abuse of power.
And to top it all off, they were waving Mexican flags during the protest. Why? Demanding the right to stay in America. I mean, come on. Even if I didn't know better, I would swear Trump paid for the protest. It was perfect. It was the perfect distraction. Just when his feud with Musk was tearing his movement apart, came a golden opportunity for Trump to pivot hard, shift the focus to immigration, his home turf, law and order, chaos on the street. Only I can fix it. You know the script, right? Then enter Gavin Newsom, the Democratic governor of California, who always thinks he's 10 steps ahead when he's really tripping over his shoelaces. Trump zeroed in, changed the narrative, and suddenly looked presidential again to people who still actually fall for that trick. And like that, the Democrats handed him a second wind. Doesn't matter how emotional or empathetic they can try to make the case for immigration reform. The second, the national conversation is about immigration in any form, Trump is winning.